guys, welcome back to my channel. It is AK Educator _curls here, also known as Nia, and today we are diving into a video all about training your natural hair. I have this conversation with people very often because there are so many curly people that I meet on the street, natural hair girls, friends, family, that ask me like, Nia, your curls are the perfect ringlet. How? And so there's a few reasons why this is true. And so today I'm going to talk through that a little bit. And I'm also going to explain what it means to train your hair. Okay. So let's start with the first comment to begin with. So my hair and its texture is corkscrew curls. So that means that I have these very, very tight, like almost perfect pencil-sized ringlets. That is how my hair grows out of my head. What product does to that is it allows, when I use the right combination or the maximum combination for my definition and moisture, it locks my curls into that state and gives it hold in place, okay? So like today, I used my Camille Rose Curl Maker as well as my Camille Rose Curl Love. That is a great combination for my hair texture, my hair porosity, my hair density, and it allows my curls all over to be locked in. Now, I do have different textures of curls. The back of my hair is very corkscrewy and very tight, like spiral curls. The top of my hair can have some loose bits here, and I don't know if you can see that. The top of my hair can have looser curls where they're a little bit more stretched out, okay? And that can be the texture of the top of my hair. It is normal to have many different textures across your head. That is not abnormal. That is true of a lot of curly girls in the community. The thing to note is, what do each sections of your hair, based on their curl pattern, their density, their porosity, need? So for me, I can do a lot of more manipulation of my hair up here. This is much harder for me to manipulate, and I just don't, because of the way my coils are. They are denser, thicker, fuller, more tightly coiled in the back, and so I don't play with it much. The most that I will do is like pull it into a bun, but for the most part, I wash and go, and almost always this section of my hair is left out. Or it's in a half and half down and it's also left out, okay? The next piece of this is more about like getting your hair to respond to things. One, you need a routine. I have had this conversation with people so many times, but one of the reasons why my hair responds the same way every single time, just about, is because I have a very strict routine. That routine I follow no matter what product I'm integrating. I also am very clear about the products and ingredients that I'm using in my hair that yield a certain result for my hair. My hair personally responds really, really well to moisturizing, slippery, leave-in conditioners, often that are glycerin-free, and a gel that is a botanical gel or a custard as a combination, or it responds really, really well to a leave-in, that same type of leave-in, glycerin-free, super slip, super moisturizing, and a curly haired mousse that is natural. Both of those things, both of those types of routines, the leave-in and the gel or the leave-in and the mousse, are my go-to. That is what works for my hair texture. That is what both gives me hold and moisture and volume that I love, okay? I had to learn that about my hair. I also recognize that in order for my hair to be its maximum moisturized state, I need to make sure that I use a shampoo once a week to be able to rinse everything off of my hair, and I need to deep condition with heat. I know those things about my routine, so my routine is very strict. Every Saturday, I shampoo, I deep condition with heat, I style. I style in the same way every time. I don't use heavy creams and butters really. That doesn't really work for me. I've done it for the sake of YouTube and tried it, but it doesn't work for me on a regular basis. So I know for me, I need the leave-in in the gel or the leave-in in the mousse. That works for me, even if that means I do it every day. It is what works for my hair texture. I'm a very strict routine with that. My hair also responds really well to water, so I do wet my hair every day. Some people don't do that. Some people, that's not for their routine. My hair is thirsty. I often use water. So I will hop back in the shower and re-wet my hair. It doesn't bother me. That is what's best for my hair. for it to be at its maximum state, maximum condition. If you are a newly natural and your hair is used to being deep fried, pressed, laid, silk pressed, whatever it's gonna be, your hair is gonna take a very long time to respond to a wet and or curly look. You have to train your hair to respond, which means you have to be consistent with your routine for a period of time in which you train your hair to respond to water. When I first went natural, my hair was super frizzy and all my curls didn't coil in the same direction because my hair was not used to water. So every time I went to wet my hair kind of like frizzballed, fur-balled, Furby looking thing because my hair wasn't trained and wasn't used to responding to water. I then learned I always spritz my hair or hop in the shower, drench my hair, finger comb leave-in conditioner through my hair, comb it when I'm in the shower, finger comb some more leave-in conditioner in my hair, style and add gel or mousse and go. I started doing that every single day. And now I am almost 9 years into this game and my hair responds in the same way no matter what. I do that same training process once I've straightened as well. So when I'm coming off of straight hair, I have to wet my hair every single day to retrain it and revert it to the state in which it operates its best. That is true anytime you add heat styling. That is also very true if you are doing protective styles and you know your hair responds best to water. It's one of the reasons why with the braids, I cannot leave them in for long periods of time. My hair needs water. It wants water. It wants to be wet and re-moisturized and re-added leave-in conditioner to it. That is how my hair responds, okay? So the biggest piece for training our hair is having a set routine, doing it with diligence, and understanding that your hair, it needs to be trained to respond. Throwing heat in between you training it ain't gonna work. Throwing in other styles in between you training it is not going to work its best. You have to make sure that you are training your hair for a period of time so that your hair can respond appropriately. Once you get to a state in which your hair is constantly curling, coiling, like whatever it's gonna do, the same way, that means your hair has been trained to respond to what you are doing. That routine should stay consistent. That routine should maximize moisture. It should maximize retention. It should maximize length. All of those things should fall into place once that is built. A routine is the key piece of that, okay? I also tell people that in the process of you getting your hair to train and respond to water, you need to deep condition often. Some people do it once a week. When I was first going natural, I was doing it 2 to 3 times a week. Yes, I know that sounds crazy, but that is how you get your hair to respond. Your hair, when you are first transitioning, is not used to being wet all the time. It is not used to responding to leave-in conditioner and water-based products. It's just not. When you're relaxed, when you're straight, you're not applying water every day. So when you are doing it curly, your hair is absorbing that water because it is thirsty. Curls are probably the thirstiest state in which hair functions. It needs moisture. Okay, so when you're depriving it of that by frying it or straightening it or blow drying it or whatever you're doing and not reapplying moisture to your hair, it basically undoes what you've been doing. It's one of the reasons why I only straighten my hair like 3 times a year, because it's just not worth it for me. My hair responds the same way every time when I use my routine, all right? So those are the key things to remember. You need to build your routine. You need to be consistent with that routine. You need to train your hair for a period of time in which you do not alter its patterns. You do not do straightening and other things like that that interrupt that routine. You also need to know what's best for your hair, which does take trial and error. It takes a long time to figure that out. I really found out my hair responds to water-based leave-ins and those botanical gels. That's what works for me. That's not going to be the case for everyone. So you've got to figure out what your routine is. I know women who've trained their hair and responded with butters and creams because that's what their hair needs. That's what their texture needs. They've also done that with being able to apply protective styles like twist outs and things like that so that they can retwist, rebraid every night, every other night, every 3 nights, whatever it's going to be. But you've got to figure out that routine for you. All right? I really wanted to share this information because I feel like I get this question a lot. And I really want to be clear that there is no way to alter your curl pattern. Your curl pattern is yours. Products and routine just bring out definition of that pattern. You will not be able to completely alter your curls, okay? And some of that goes with like the need to undo and untrain yourself from understanding that looser curls or spiral curls are better than your curls. Love what you have, okay? It's not gonna change. So you've gotta learn how to care for what you have. And sometimes it's about the shape. Sometimes it's about the styles you're doing. Sometimes it's about the stretching that you're doing or not doing. You've gotta figure that out for you. Everybody's different, but curl envy isn't gonna help you in the process, okay? Be consistent with your routine. Figure out what works for you. Make sure that that routine is optimizing your moisture and your definition. Train your hair. Stop altering its state. And get comfortable with your curls. They're beautiful, no matter their pattern, their density, their porosity, all right? I wanted to make sure I shared this tip with you guys today. Please be blessed. The next time you see me, I will be in a whole different atmosphere because I am moving, but I want to get this video out before that happens. So be blessed, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.